Hello and welcome to the Slip Slip Sis YouTube channel. My name is Che and I am half of your Slip Slip sister, one of the Slip Slip sisters, and we are coming to you with a very special video for today. We have a jam-packed sister trip. It's like literally maybe like a 30-hour trip that we have together, starting off with me running a 5K. I'm running the LA Kings 5K here in Redondo Beach and I am so excited, and then I will zoom over to the airport to pick up my sister so we can do the San Diego yarn crawl. So I'm just heading in to get ready for the race. Right, I have finished the 5K and now I'm off to pick up the precious cargo that is my sister. Of course, I took no video of the 5K, so I will put in the pictures that I've taken here and let's go get gas.
Thought I would feel yuckier after the flight, but I didn't. I think it's because I listened to my horror film. No, I thought you were gonna start talking and do our intro.
What intro? I already did the intro.
Oh.
At the start of the video. Great. Here we are.
It's like 7:15. We are back at Chaley's place. This is my first time here. So we're coming to you from Southern California. It's my first time in SoCal in like a year or two. Look at that. Anyway, so we're back now. And here is our, as Chaley has said all day, hot take on the San Diego yarn crawl. So our first shop was
Needlework
Cottage. Oh wait, is it on one of the pins?
Oh, I have the pins. No, this is the pin.
Oh shoot, sis.
I think it's Needlework Cottage. Cottage
Yes.
for sure was in there, and Needle was in there.
Yes, something cottage. So we went in there. It was,
Well, I would maybe give them the context on our journey down.
we got stuck in like 2.5 hours of traffic after I had flown in, after Chaley had ran a 5K. So we're feeling a little beaten down by the travel situation.
Plus, I'm not really one to stop when I'm driving, but I was trying to like rehydrate my body, because hydrate or dihydrate, as I also like to say. And I I drank an entire smoothie and my entire water bottle, and we were stuck in the like 45 straight minutes of like bumper to bumper traffic, and I was like, I have to pee.
So we had to stop at the rest
Thank
stop.
God. But then we were back in traffic again. So it was also, we were not starting off super awesome.
So the shop was fine, but I think that's it. The shop was just fine. It didn't have the similar
yarns that I think that were interesting to us. They had a really nice trunk show, and it was Apple Fiber Studio. So Gabs and I both found a yarn that we liked, so we decided to get this one and share it. So again, Apple Fiber Studio, there's our logo there, and the colorway is Parasol. I think this is clever. It says that it's microbrewed in Bellingham, Washington.
That's funny.
That's kind of cute. So this is a fun one. We'll split this one.
So we really enjoyed that. I think just the reception was different than we're used to at some of the yarn shops. We kind of were just on our own to explore, which was a different vibe than we're used to at a yarn crawl. So we're like, okay, we did our shopping and kind of just moved on.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, let's go get lunch because we were a little bit behind because of the traffic. And then we sat in another 30 minutes of traffic to go 4 miles. So we're like, ugh. So we had lunch.
And it was hot, which like was expected of Southern California, especially San Diego. But when you're tired and now hungry, had an okay mid, as I also like to say now, mid experience. And it's hot. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, so then we went and got lunch, and I think we felt better at lunch, but we also didn't have, like...
Lunch was also kind of mid.
Yeah, and we struggled with, like, I don't know, maybe it's just the dynamic of how customer service works in San Diego. Maybe we're just used to something different. Because we struggled with our server as well a little bit. He was fine.
Mid.
It was just, the whole thing was a little bit mid. So we struggled a little bit, but that was all right. And then we went to
Apricot Yarn Supply. This is theirs.
Good job. Did it work?
No. That's okay. They got it.
They had really nice yarn too. It was, unfortunately for me, it was most of the yarn they carried was yarn that my own local yarn store carried. Definitely dyers we were familiar with, and then also, unfortunately, some of the prices were kind of out of budget for both of us as well. So it was like a combination of, it wasn't something like new and fresh where like I would maybe splurge a bit for something, but I'm like, I have yarn by this same dyer already. So I think that made it tricky. Maybe it's just me and we're transitioning to fall color palettes and I'm less interested in the fall color palettes because I mean, look, we're interested in the brights and it's just transitioning. And I also think it is San Diego, so there's like a heavy emphasis on cotton and like linen, and I don't want to work with that. Right. So I think that might be it too. And also it was expensive. And we were starting to like, morale was already on the decline, and then morale started to decline a little bit more because then we were supposed to go to another store after that, but it was going to be another 30 minutes south, and we were like, huh. And then we looked up the 4th yarn store we were supposed to go to, and that was still 30 minutes, but it was 30 minutes east, which didn't seem like as bad because we were gonna have to double back up, which felt better. We had already kind of like nixed the alpaca farms because those were like out of the way, and I was like, we're not gonna make it. Like, no way are we gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it driving, and yeah. So we went to Yarn Expression Studio? Yes. Yarn and Thread Expressions. And they had these cute little packets with their pins at the front. So this is their pin.
And then in the combo, so they have the information on the pattern that you get. They also have, everyone had like featured yarns. And then you also got, which I think this is actually quite precious. So this probably is like the high point. You get this little guy.
It's a cow.
It's a pink cow.
This is pink.
Oh.
Mine is white.
This worked out very well.
I know, I like the black and white.
I like the pinky.
So we did not get the same cow, which I would have picked this cow if I had known there. I
would have made you switch cows with me.
So they were really nice people.
Yeah.
They were great.
Super nice. I think we had just like kind of lost our juice. By that point I did get some cute yarn because this from them. I really liked this one when I first picked it up. It is Ella Ray. See, it says Lace Merino DK. I don't know what that means. But
that's like
the logo. Yes, but I think this is fingering weight.
I think it's DK. It's 302 yards.
Oh, this seems like a really thin DK.
Sport.
I don't know. I like it. I'll make it work.
Theirs was great. They had their featured yarn was at the front, which now that I'm thinking about it, that was also cotton. So maybe that's just
the vibe,
the region and what's popular there. They had their featured yarn, which was 10% off. They also had a fun little activity where you could look for different bears throughout the yarn shop. And then you would win a prize if you counted them. Morale had really taken a hit.
I think I saw one bear and I was like, oh, a bear!
And we just like...
And
they also had a really nice, like, big knitter's crafting table where you could, they were teaching a technique. It looked like friendship bracelets that they were teaching how to make, but it was some kind of braid.
I kept hearing make one left though, so I was very confused.
It was like a circular disc, and it was kind of almost like I-cord making, so I'm not really sure. But that was great. The drawback to this shop was there wasn't any air conditioning in the shop.
So it was a bit roasty toasty.
They had fans going. They were doing they were doing it.
But kept the door closed, so it was just it was time. So I want to say forgone. We decided not to go to the fourth store. So you had to do 3 stores minimum to be entered into the like local store prize. So wherever you left your passports at, then you would be entered into the prize if you did at least 3. So we made it to the 3. We left it with the yarn and thread expressions, and then we were like, let's go. And then we had this great plan, or I had this great plan to take us to my local Japanese like marketplace, because they have a really fun like food court that I thought my sister would really like, but it was going to take like just under 3 hours for us to get there, and we were like, no. So then I think
I wanted to go to Joann because I needed some yarn.
Right, so we were gonna go to Joann, and that's like also when we decided we were gonna take the toll road, because I didn't want to take the toll road because I didn't want to pay for it, but then it was saved us like half an hour, so that morale was already low on the driving, because we could just, it felt like our trip was 95% driving.
Yeah,
and I was tired of driving. I think she was tired of riding. It was just like a slog and a half.
And I was like, I'll just pay the toll, Che. I'll just pay the toll. Because Google was telling me it was only $6.60, and it was going to save us 30 minutes. And I had like done the math in my head. I'm like, I make like $50 an hour. Like, if it's going to save me 30, that's $25. I just have to work, Yeah. I have to work like 10 minutes of extra teaching to make up for this. And that's definitely worth it, because I'm not paying the toll. Like, you're not paying the toll. It was not a thing.
So then, but when we were going to the Joann's, the time kept creeping up, and I was like, dude, this is looking really bad. And so then we like punted, and we were gonna go to Raising Cane's, which is a fast food place around here that we both never been to. But then I was like, oh, right next to Cane's is my acai bowl place that I like. Do you want to have that? And she'd never had that. So then we were like going to there, but then the whole time I was like, wait, do we want to go to Pizza Hut, or do we want to go to Pho? And we were just, the plan went to crap in a bucket.
But we did go to the acai bowl,
and it was
place,
solid.
and it was delicious.
I brought it with the acai bowl place, thank goodness. So here we are, where Gabs has gotten a goodie from me. Did you leave it elsewhere?
In the chair.
Oh, retrieve it. So she did some shopping at Chaley's
Yarn Boutique,
and has made off with
2 skeins of this beautiful yarn because if you watched Vlogmas, I felted 3 skeins of yarn again. I read the directions this time and I thought it was gonna be fine, and I put it on low spin and it was on cold and it felted anyway. So then I didn't have the yarn for a test that I'm supposed to be doing, and I was gonna buy yarn down here, but that didn't pan out so good for me because I don't like to knit with cotton because it makes my nose itchy. I'm not allergic to cotton. It's as the fibers fly off of it. So that's why I wanted to go to Joann so I could pick up like a box yarn. But then that didn't happen because traffic. So I was like, Che, what you got? So she's graciously giving me this. She says the blue is too bright for her, but I think it would be fine. But
I would never wear it.
I wear super bright colors like all the time.
Yeah.
Like my students have already noticed. They're like, you wear crazy socks. And I'm like, yeah.
Absolutely.
They're not, I haven't even worn the Stephen West ones yet. I'm saving those for when because they're like dense, right? I'm saving them for when it's cold. It's still 90 degrees in the Bay Area. So I'm waiting. I save all my color work DK ones for when it's really cold. So my feet are never cold because I wear Converse, and let's be real, they do not keep your feet warm at all.
But yes, so Gabs has got that, and I've got this, and we'll share this. So here we are. I think we just gotta pack up because we have another early morning. We're getting on a flight to go. We're both going up back to the Bay Area. She's going home. I'm going for my first leg of my work travel. And
yes, I don't think we will do the San Diego yarn crawl again.
Yes. Gabs is great at giving a solid, honest review about things. So I like to follow her lead that this was not our favorite.
No, it wasn't for us, which doesn't mean you might not have a great time. It could just be our circumstances.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
And maybe we rushed it. It is 4 days. So maybe there's a reason it's 4 days because the organizers recognize the traffic in San Diego. Yeah. So maybe it was because we were trying to smush it. But I think for the amount of driving that it was,
you needed to stay or live nearer to there than I do.
So I think for the amount of driving, the time of year that it falls for us, and just the kind of yarn the stores were stocking, just wasn't for us. Yeah. But it could be for you. It could be great. Where are we going next for it? We don't know. Oh, Bay Area Yarn Crawl.
Well, I'm going to the SoCal Fiber Festival. Oh, yes.
She's going to the SoCal Fiber Festival in November. I'm not because I'm putting up a show, or it's like the week after the show closes. It's something. But we are doing the Bay Area Fiber Fest. For sure. I am. Chaley's hoping to come. So if you're at either of those places, those are closer to us. If you're doing the Bay, if you're coming, if you live in the Bay, we'll do that. Maybe I'll even plan a meetup or something very organized like that.
We'll see.
Because it's March and I'll have closed the musical.
But I think this is our last team event for 2023.
Yes. We will not speak to each other again for the next whole year. We can talk to each other we have many things.
You're staying with me.
We are doing the labors of Knit Killies also today. You will see us, at least me in this outfit, or tomorrow morning, very early, trying to steal yarn from my sister because
you have to film that too, don't you?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I have to, is it labor number 11 or
12 is our last one.
Yes.
We have to, at some point over the labors, steal something from each other's stash, and the other person has to guess what it is. But our rules are it has to be visible stash. So I have a lot of bins and stuff where if she had taken that, I wouldn't know that she had taken it unless I went rifling through stuff. So has to be can see it from the facade, and
we have to knit with the thing.
Yes.
That we've stolen and have to be poker face. Chaley is less of a I can poker face better than Chaley, at least to our mom.
Yeah, but I think I have a better sense of my stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't. I won't know.
So I'll be that's my yarn.
Yeah, I won't know, but I'm much better at lying to people's faces and keeping a straight face at it. So I'm a drama teacher.
Woo! Okay, well, thank you for joining us on another one of our escapades. And we'll be back soon with another podcast episode, which we'll be together for. I might need to film I might film a little tidbit in this same outfit so that because I don't have to bring all my acquisitions and finished objects up with me. So
maybe she'll do that while I'm
Chay Lee
showering.
from the past might be coming to you, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.